Hello and welcome to today's live lesson. We have got Robin and we're going to be helping him with his irons, especially his long irons. We're going to change your life today and your life as well for sure.
Yes, definitely. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you want to get better, make sure you check out our free series, 5 Shots Lower, in the description. It is definitely going to help you.
You're obviously a good golfer, 7 handicapper. We've got a friend of yours who's a little bit lower than you now, who's the same handicap as you. So we want to get him.
Yeah.
How can we help?
So basically my irons, particularly the long irons, have been a little bit inconsistent. So I'm hitting the sort of slow, the low spinny fade out to the right, missing greens where I think I should be hitting greens.
Okay. Okay, so tell you what we're going to do. Let's hit some shots. As you are, we've obviously seen you hit a few warm-up shots. We've got a few videos already, but we've got the 14th here at the Asprey. The flag is on the left-hand side of the green, but that's where we're sort of going. So let's just hit some shots towards that.
Better contact on that one.
Yeah.
And you can see it's a good swing, guys, here. Very simple, good golf swing.
Been a member for 3 years now, we were just saying. Actually, he was a 14 handicapper when he first started, so he's done good. You'll notice as well, there's something Robin's doing in his setup. They actually had a lesson a couple of months ago, and one of the things that Robin was working at was getting his alignment more to the right.
Beautiful shot.
It's a great shot to try and hit shots just like that, which is a 4-iron draw, which is just hit the flag. Has it gone in?
I think, oh no, it nearly went in. That's about an inch from in.
It pretty much just disappeared. Perfect. Okay, right, what we're going to do. Obviously, the lesson you had with the coach was about you aiming to the right to try and condition a path which is a little bit more out to the right, because you were aware of this over-the-top motion, which was causing you a problem, obviously causing you to overfade it, maybe.
Yeah.
A nice draw for you would be something you'd like to do. So what we're going to do, let's just show you how this looks here. So I've got 2 videos from down the line. So on this one, I'm actually aiming the camera parallel to your target line, okay? So if we have a look at this, we can see that's why it looks as though you're aiming a long way to the right. So what I'm going to do, as you swing down now, we'll see that the club relative to the plane is really good. So at this stage here, we can see the club head is obscuring your hands. That's perfect. You hungry? Yeah. Your stomach's rumbling. So that's really good. If we look at this next shot, I'm now aiming more where you are. So I'm actually aiming to the right with my camera. Now you'll notice as you swing down now that the club head is above the plane. So you're now over the top of the plane. So that's that over the top move. Yeah. So what we're seeing is that you were aiming to the right to try and condition a path more to the right. But what's really happening at the moment, that may work with the shorter clubs, but with a long club like the 4-iron, it's actually there to allow for the fact that you're swinging over the top. So if you aim far enough to the right, you can allow for the fact that you're swinging over the top. And actually the club path numbers on there were around pretty neutral, maybe 1 degree.
Yeah, 1 point, let's have a look, 1.3 average to the right. So it is right, but but as Pierce mentioned there, the more you aim right, the more you end up coming over the top. And there's a big difference here, guys, as well, there's a big difference between aiming everything right and actually closing the stance to allow for a path to the right. There's a big difference there, because if everything aims to the right, including the club face, then we need to make an adjustment to get the club working back that way as well.
Absolutely. Does that make sense? Yeah. You're good on that so far, yeah? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this alignment stick, I'm just going to drop back here. So this is now going to get us aiming pretty square to that flag, yeah? So I'm just going to get you hitting a few shots without thinking of anything at all. It would be nice if this was the fix, but we're probably going to find it isn't.
Think just quickly on this as well. Think about where Robin's miss is. Robin's miss is right, and he's aiming right. So if we aim a little bit more left, it sounds really simple, but we take care of actually the miss to the right. So
let's just hit some now anyway.
The beauty of this is now as well that we know that where this ball's going to go. Okay. These first few shots are going left. Okay. But that's great. That's what we want to see. These balls are going to go left because he's conditioned that sort of move to that way. There we go. So we know that's going to happen on these shots here.
I actually said one thing to you before we started, didn't we? What was it? Can you remember? What was my dream scenario of this session?
That we were going to have a slight fade.
And hit it over what bunker?
Over the
over that bunker. So hit it over that bunker with a slight fade off it to get it back towards the target. Okay, so that first shot that we've hit there, that was actually really good because it was a great shot. It was kind of what we wanted. A few other things change as a result of this. And what we've seen as well is that the actual path number wasn't so far to the left. So like Andy said, maybe you're here And as much as we feel we're trying to encourage a path to the right, you're just so far right that you've got no choice but to swing over the top. Okay.
And the beauty of this is now, Robin, is that what we always do, we react to the ball flight. So you see the ball go left, your body's going to go, hang on a minute, what do I need to do now? Now I need to start to move the club in a different way to get the ball on line.
Okay, let's fly a few more out there. Let's get a good run of shots.
It's good, it's what we want to see.
Makes sense though that you probably hit a few to the left like that, doesn't it, now that we're aiming squarer?
Okay, just the last two paths have been 8 degrees left.
Okay. I mean, if we look at that shot there, strike wasn't amazing.
No.
A little bit low, a little bit cutty. Where's it finished?
On the green.
If you'd have been aiming right, where did it finished?
Right at the green.
It'd have hit that tree. It'd be 50 yard underneath a tree shot.
Isn't it interesting though? Robin's a good player, handicap of 7, and we're just talking about something like so simple as just aiming you a little bit more left, a little bit more left.
Yeah.
Without you having to go, okay, we need to think about this position of the writ. Like, it's like, let's aim left, and we've took out the right side of the course. Beautiful height.
It's what we want. What I like now is we're starting to get a little bit more of a flight on it. We're getting a slightly better strike on it. Well, I say a slightly better. On the best ones, it's really good.
Yeah, let us know if this is helpful, guys. We make it so much more complicated than it needs to be. We overlook the basics, something as simple as aim. If this is helpful, just hit that like and let us know in the comments.
How does that feel now from when you look up at the target? Do you still feel like you're aiming left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel like you're aiming left as much as you were at the beginning?
I feel like I'm
It's fine
aiming
to say
straight
yes.
at the bunker.
Say again?
I feel like I'm aiming straight at the bunker.
Okay, okay.
Does that not look like I'm aiming straight at the bunker?
No,
down
you're
the
actually
line?
aiming a little bit right of it still, but that's okay. I mean, that's, oh, geez, that's so good.
It's interesting how his body moved in a very different way
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
without you trying to move the body in a different way.
So that one before that you kind of aimed right and came over the top and somehow managed to get into the target, which was nearly went in, that was probably a better shot because that was a proper flight and what have you.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Path on that one, Andy, still left?
Only 2.4 left.
2.4 left. Oh, I'll tell you what.
That was better.
I am still going to do this change. Let's see if we can give you a real simple exercise on how to just change how your arms work around your body and how your arms work on the downswing. And the thing is for me, I know you mentioned it before that maybe on a golf lesson before someone said to you, maybe it was you were going at it a little bit too much, slow it down a little bit too much. And what basically I think the coach was saying was that a lot of the time when we put force into it and we've got this over the top, we can exaggerate it and we can swing more over the top. So what I like to do, what Andy likes to do, is we like to just give you some feelings of how to just re-coordinate the arms. Just get the arms working as we want, and then we'll put the body back in afterwards. And the best way to do this is the feet together drill. So if you can just anywhere around there is fine. But all we're going to do is we're literally going to get you to have your feet together, excuse me, and it's just arms. Okay, so all you're going to do now when you're hitting this with just your arms, ideally I'd like you to be mindful of getting the club path maybe swinging a little bit more out to the right. But let's just see what happens when you just put your feet together and you take your body, you take your shoulders, you take your hips out of the equation, and we are just literally trying to hit these little chip 4 irons, maybe 100, 150 yards, yeah?
Okay.
And just literally 100, 150 yards max. Okay. It'll be a bit of a, it'll be tough on the balance and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's tee the next one up. Just going to put another little guide in here. So have some practice swings to the side now. So we've still got this club path going a little bit left when we're striking it, even when we've got the feet together like this. But you can see what I'm doing with this here now, yeah? So you're going to aim square, obviously, feet together, and you're going to follow the yellow alignment
brick
stick
road.
on the way through. Follow the yellow brick road, yeah.
So yeah, as if you're hitting towards the cameraman there we go.
There we go. Do you want me to put a ball there and hit towards him? Okay, as Andy says, follow the yellow brick road. Sean probably wants to move a little bit to his left now, I would have thought. Okay, it's amazing how well that's done actually.
Look at the height difference on that.
Yeah.
Now there's going to be a change straight away. So the ones before that, the path was left, left, left. Your path was 5.7 degrees right on that. Obviously that's you've gone the extreme to the other, but that shows that you can change the path from a square alignment.
And that's square alignment as well. The only way you were doing 5.7 before was by aiming there.
Just out of interest as well, the attack angle before was 7 degrees down. That one was 2 degrees up, which we don't want either, but we're taking it to an extreme.
And the ball's teed up.
Exactly, and the ball's teed up, which is good.
Okay.
That's why it's a good thing to train.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice. This is the height that we want to start to see. Brilliant.
So this is something that all that would happen now is that you just put this into your warm-up, into your training. You could even put it into your practice swings if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think the absolute thing is that we have to be aiming squarer, and maybe we can talk off camera about how we're going to build that a little bit more.
Very nice. Again, different in height. And this is really simple, this is as well. And I think, look, if most people when they practice were to just put their alignment down and just know that they're aiming in the right place, if you're aiming, generally if you're aiming right, it'll cause you to do this. If you're over the top and you're doing this, then it's just going to cause all sorts of problems. Now what we're going to do with Robin is get himself nice and neutral. Now he can move his body. He can start to swing this way. It's going to shallow his attack angle out. Higher shot, more distance, easy to hit these long irons.
That's massive.
Inside.
So if we look at this here now, just by doing this drill, again you're aiming square. As you swing down, you can see now the club relative to the plane, that club head is underneath the plane now. That's probably about 4 or 5 degrees right again, Andy, yeah?
2.7 right.
Okay, so yeah, we can see that club there. That's brilliant. That's where you need to be on training. Now, we don't necessarily want to be there when you're hitting full shots, unless you want to hit some decent draws, which is fine. I think what we need to do is just say to you, okay, when you've got a 4-iron in your hand, can we be about neutral on the ball flight and just get it high, get it struck well, and not have these horrible, low, scabby right shots, which was potentially always going to happen. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'll put the ball on the deck and we'll just hit some normal shots.
I think we've got to film this one as well, Piers.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh yeah, for sure, straight out.
Oof. Now, what I loved about that, I'm not even looking at the numbers. I know it's gone a little left.
Oh.
Face was a little closed there. The interaction with the ground there and the initial height was brilliant.
2 down, I reckon.
And it's interesting there when we look at the attack angle. I'm coming close here and have a little look at this. Really nice. Attack angle was pretty level with the 4-iron. Path now was 3.1 to the right. He just had the face a little closed there, hands were a bit active. But in terms of the attack angle and club path, this is now what's going to help him hit these long irons in a better place. So amazing how we've changed that there in a short space of time, Robin. Really good work. So that was, just to show you on that one, the attack angle was pretty level on that one. Your club path was right. The reason that went left is just because the hands were a little active, but
Beautiful.
such a difference in height again and contact. Yeah, I mean, you just know when you hear that sound. I just know that numbers on here are going to be good. That was 1 degree down compared to like 7 or 8 degrees down at the start. And that was a path that was 2.5 degrees right.
I think, look, the thing is here now, you've got everything that you need now to get that ball flight higher, get it crisper, and just hit better, more flighted 4-irons. And the strike has been a different level since you've done the change. You've just got to figure out a few things, which we'll talk about afterwards there. So don't forget, if you want to get your scores lower and save 5 shots, click the link for our free video series in the description. Also hit the like and the comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm sure we can throw some more videos in of Robin in the future of how well he's done with these towering 4-irons. See you soon.